I've been a fan of Total War for as long as I can remember. Even before I could watch or play the game, I used to watch a history channel and I would try to find or look up how they would get this, I don't know, gameplay or visuals of this Roman battle that they would talk about, especially the Battle of Kidney. And then after some deep dive, I figured out it was Rome Total War. And that's sort of my love of history, if I'm really being honest. I didn't go deep into history until Dan Carlin, but my first memories of history is Rome Total War, and I think of Alexander the Great video game for the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. I'm so happy that it seems that Total War is going back to historical, even though I'm a fan of the Warhammer series. I play Warhammer 1, 2, and 3, but they don't even come close to Rome Total War, Napoleon Total War, or any of the other historical games that it came out with. So it looked like this is going to be historical. All the articles and FAQ that I saw about the game that got posted this morning. So I'm excited. So let's watch the trailer and see what we're going to be doing in this game. Oh, the beautiful Egypt. Nile River. Oh, I hate bug faces. I just don't like it. Damn. That, oh, the airport. Oh, I love that symbolism. That's some nice symbolism. Okay. So first, I want to say the symbolism was very, very good with the dung beetle. If you're not like a fan of Egyptian mythology, from my understanding and my reading of it over the past years or so, the dung beetle represents Khepri, which is a Egyptian god, and the pharaoh holding him up to the sun, the beetle up to the sun, symbolizes the rebirth because Khepri, I think, is a god of rebirth. That's one of the three aspects of the god of the sun within Egyptian mythology, from my memory, from reading books, playing Smite, and also just, deep diving in my free time. So that symbolism is very, very cool because it seems they're going to do the Sea Peoples and the Bronze Age collapse. From my understanding and my reading of the stuff that's came about this game, I didn't even know this game was gonna come out till this morning until I saw Total War drop the post about it, and I saw they changed their social media pictures for this new release of the game. Honestly, I'm excited for it because it seems to be they're gonna be done with the Three Kingdoms, done with the Total War Troy type of gameplay, where it's like, I don't know, heroes and mythology, and it's not full units like in Rome Total War 2. I want to have like full on battles. If they would have made Total War Troy with like actual units of like 200 men, 300 men, and you don't have these unkillable, I don't know, just decimators, killing machines, and heroes throughout the game, I probably would have played it more. But this doesn't seem to be that. It seems to be focused on the Bronze Age collapse, which is a very rich historical point in history, in my opinion, even though we don't know that much about it as we should or we could be. But I think as time goes on and archaeologists or other people within history starts to research more and discover more, I don't know, artifacts, we get more understanding of it. But personally, I'm excited. I'm a little concerned about, I don't know, the flexibility within battles and tactics, considering the older you get in technology and older you get in history, the complexity of the armies, I don't know, is reduced more over time. But when you have games like Napoleon Total War, where you just have, riflemen, skirmishers, cannons, and cavalry, but you still have a brilliant game with amazing campaigns and amazing trailer too at the same time. And I put thousands of hours into that game, mods included. I don't know. I'm still excited for this, even if it might not be as flexible or as, I don't know, shocking or desired compared to Medieval 3. I think this game could be pretty good if they just focus on making it historical and having good campaign and good units and factions. Of course, we're gonna get Egypt. We probably gonna get maybe some factions within Egypt itself. Hopefully, we get the Mesopotamian civilizations. I'm not sure how close this is to Cyrus. I don't think it's that close, but I could be wrong. My understanding of Cyrus the Great in his lifetime is pretty shaky at this moment because I haven't listened to that type of content in like a year or two. But I think the historical period that he chose was very, very good, even if people are not a fan of it compared to, like, Medieval 3 or Total War, Rome 3, or Empire 2. Empire 2 would have been an amazing game to play because, I don't know, the upgrades in the system with modern technology, but still keeping in all the good stuff from Empire 1, that would have been a really, really good game. But I'm always more of a fan of ancient history than modern history, except when it comes to like Napoleon. But still, I'll put Total War Rome 2 over Napoleon. So I don't know. I think this will be successful. They just focus on the right type of stuff. We already did the fancy stuff with Warhammer. You already delved in the fancy historical hybrid with Troy. Just go back to your roots. That's what people been saying on your forums for years now, me included. I haven't been commenting or posting, but of course, every single time there's a post or some type of update on a new game, I check and see if it's historical. I'm not more excited for that compared to something fantasy. Even if I do love Warhammer, I like Warhammer 40k and Warhammer. I don't know which one call it, classic fantasy. I think that's what it's called, Warhammer Fantasy. I play both, but I just prefer history over anything else. And going to the Bronze Age collapse, playing with the Sea Peoples, the Hittites, Egypt, maybe Judea. It just sounds like a rich time in history and an opportunity to learn so much more about a time period I don't know much about. Maybe that's because us as a society or as civilization don't know much about it compared to Rome or Greece or this and the other because of the, I don't know, Bronze Age collapse. But I'm probably gonna do some research on that. If anything, maybe I'll do a video on it for the channel because the whole point of me making this channel is so I can deep dive into history, video games, other stuff I have passions about, something different than I don't know, that people usually talk about. Some people that I do watch that inspired this was like vlogging through history and Invicta. I watch a lot of his content a lot. So I look forward to watching his stuff, reacting to it, having those conversations with people in the comments section below. I don't know. I look forward to what I can do with this channel. And if Total War Pharaoh decides to be a game that I think we all can agree it can be, when it's focused on history and bringing quality, not just focusing on money, I think it could be a great game. And it could be the start of a renaissance in Total War that we've all been asking for. Or at least the majority of us has been a fan of Total War since Shogun, Rome, or Empire, or anything older than that. I just want Total War to go back to being historical. I really don't care for the fancy. In my opinion, if they just skipped the fancy altogether and came out with Medieval 3, Empire 2, and another like historical game, maybe Total War Rome 3, at this time, I would have been much happier. But it is what it is. I'm just happy we got this game, and I'm gonna hopefully play the shit out of it because it'll have quality and it's gonna be historical. I keep saying that over and over again, but I can't emphasize how much I want this game to be focused on history, not fantasy, and not money. But let's see. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's your boy Plenty, and that's all I gotta say. Peace.